Yeah, give it up for the CSL Dallas music team. We gotta love that. And we want to say thank you for everybody who's joining us here today, whether you're on campus or you're in the ethernets of the internet. We want to say thank you for being here with us. And every day is a day for transformation, spiritual deepening, and heart connection, no matter what's going on. And every day we learn and practice something important that makes a difference. We love that you're here with us today, and we invite you to be love with our Minister Unbound, Rev Karen Fry. So put your hands together and welcome the CSL Dallas music team.
First Sunday in December, and all of you online for joining us this morning. Thank you. We love being in community with you at CSL Dallas. And if you're in the sanctuary today, how about our new podium decorations from Sacred Space, one of our active volunteer teams. And Terry's with us this morning, who leads that team. And we always encourage you, join up, sign up, volunteer, be a part of CSL Dallas. Do the neat things like working with Terry on Sacred Space, or find your niche and join us and do what you will at CSL Dallas. We love your participation. Let's talk about holidays at CSL Dallas. We're going to have a very special Christmas Eve celebration this year. It's great to know that we're going to be in person on December 24th here in the sanctuary. Too many times we've had to skip in the last couple years. But December 24th from 6:30 till 8 p.m. That's going to be followed by cookies and cider afterwards, so the full complement of fun and enjoyment for Christmas Eve. Please plan to join us. Bring your friends, bring your family. Let them see what we're doing at CSL Dallas as we be one with ancient wisdom, new thought, ritual, music, special messages. And also it will be live streamed. So join us in that way as well if you can. There will also be beautiful music, as we mentioned, but a full choir at CSL Dallas singing Christmas traditionals and others. If you'd like to sing with the choir, you can still do that. Talk to Candy Williams today. You can speak to her, or if you're online, please just email at musicdirector@csldallas.org, and Candy will get you involved, and you will have an opportunity to sing with the choir. Also now, we want you to know there will not be a Sunday celebration here in the sanctuary that Christmas Day, the 25th of December, all of our staff, volunteers, and community, we hope you'll have an opportunity to take that chance to be at home with loved ones or with friends and other family. Okay, what else is going on? We have New Year's Day coming up. New Year's Day is also going to be on a Sunday, but we are going to be celebrating in the sanctuary at CSL Dallas. The Burning Bowl ritual will be at the center of our celebration on that Sunday. What a great tradition. So great to be able to be in person and do that again. The January 1st celebration will be from 10:30 to noon. This will be a powerful opportunity to release 22 and to usher in 2023 with intention and purpose. Also, this will be live streamed, so join us live stream as well. Afterward, there will be a celebration lunch with your community. It's from noon to 1 p.m., and it's $5. This is going to be a simple, hearty winter meal, including vegetarian and gluten-free options. So please come to Burning Bowl, our Sunday celebration, and plan on staying for lunch. And really, for the full day experience to get into the new year, we're going to follow that up with a special immersive experience with Dr. Petra. This is called Emergence, Out of Darkness into the Light. It's from 1 to 4 p.m. It's $45, and this will be a deeper dive into preparing for the new year and what wants to unfold now that we've spent a year being sacredly disrupted and we've begun to reimagine everything in our lives. So sign up today for this very special time together with Dr. Petra. This will be in person only, so you'll have to be here on campus for that. And one more, a perfect way, excuse me, to get into 2023 is a very special January course. Join practitioner Carol Merlot to learn and experience with the powerful process of visioning. This is a spiritual technology, was developed by Dr. Michael Beckwith, and this course explores the key practice called visioning and how to apply it to any area of your life. This is not a class about setting goals or making checklists. That's not what visioning is. So if you'd like, join with us to find out about something quite a lot deeper. You can find more and get registered at our education section at csldallas.org. So, are you new to CSL Dallas? Did you just find us online this week? Well, sign up to receive inspirational texts and emails about our coming events and other invitations. You can stay in the know by signing up, filling out a connection card. We have those across the breezeway at our welcome table, or you can fill them out online. We have a connection card that will be posted in the chat. Also, please stay connected with CSL Dallas. Follow us on social media. Like our social posts. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get active with our social media at CSL Dallas. It helps your friends and the people that you know on social media know what an awesome place that we have here and all the good that we do together at CSL Dallas. We love being in community with you together. And now let's dive a little deeper within this morning with the CSL music team and practitioner Christine Volkmer.
This moment we know right here we've got open hearts, only love, all the time that we need to give love, and all the means to give love. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my
So I invite you to breathe deep into that heart space. Knowing and trusting that as that breath of life opens the chambers of your heart, that this thing called life circulates freely. Lights up those places that are closed up tight. Feel it and go deeper into that breath, trusting that this center within you is that life force impulsed by love that sparked you into being, that has always been there and always shall be there, whether you're in this life body suit or not. It carries forth into life itself. And everywhere is this love. There is no place to fall out of it. There's no crack you're going to fall through. So open up, breathe into that heart space. Trusting that as we each do this, everyone around us feels that vibration, that safety to know it's okay to open wide, to know that life is always for life, that you are safe. Open up, open wide those tight places of fear, of shame, of pain, and breathe in and release it, knowing that as I open wide my heart, these places heal, these places transform, these places bring forth new life. Open wide my heart, breathe in, breathe out, and trust this center place inside of you like no place else. For that is where we are home. And right here in this room, we are home. And right there online, we are home within that place. Open wide my heart. I call it good. And so it is.
Open wide, open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Stay there. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Yo, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, would you stand up just for a minute? Because I need your feet, okay? All right, I don't know if y'all are old like me and remember the Temptations, but this is going to help you right here if you just shift from one foot to the other. Get ready to sing your song. Put your body right in there and shift. Hey, 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 right there, right there. You got this. And here we go, new song. I will lead you with my heart, heart to heart.
Thank you, Val.
So we've got a song that I would love for you to sing with me on. I'm not going to tell you where. It's another dance song. The question is why? Why are we here? To say our hellos and goodbyes, or just disappear. And this beautiful life, tell me, what is it for? To learn how to master peace or master wars. There's only one answer that matters, even when your heart has been shattered. Whenever you want whatever you are after, love is still the answer. Love is still the answer. Here's the part. Right here, love, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, love, love. Well, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect yet. Maybe God made us all from an accident. And the question that sits on everyone's lips is why should we have to pick up and start all over again? Well, there's only one answer that matters, even if your heart has been shattered. Whatever you want, whatever you are after, love is still the answer. Love is still the answer. Right here. Love, 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 la, la, la. Oh, love, 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 The question I'll ask at the end of my days is what did I give? What will I take? There's only one here, one answer that matters, even if your heart and your dreams have been shattered. No, whatever you're after, whatever you're after, love is still the answer.
Thank you, Julia. Hey, thank you. Oh, love is the answer. Candy, I love that. What's the question? I'm kidding. Hi, everybody.
Welcome home.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back. Woo! Yes, it was priceless. Just ask anybody that went. Egypt, that's what they're saying. Welcome back. I'm happy to be back. So I'm talking about a topic that I've talked about a few times, just a few times here, right? Yes? Be love. Y'all have heard this a few times? Yes. There are people here in the sanctuary, believe it or not. Not everybody's online. Well, I'm going to share as best I can in about 2.5 hours a 12-year journey that I've had with this topic. And you may have heard a little bit about this before now, but I promise you there are things in here you haven't heard before now. Yeah, what a journey. So this thought, this topic, this thing called Be Love. 2010, I'm going to take you back to 2010. And I was in meditation. And I really had many of the questions that perhaps a lot of us ask ourselves, like, what's my purpose for being here? What truly is my purpose in life? What is this all about? Why am I here? And those were sort of the questions that were moving around in me when I went into this meditation. And unexpectedly, I got one of the strongest hits that I've gotten in a meditation. And the answer to those questions was, I came here to be love. Like, that's the only thing to be, is love. That's the only reason for my being. That's the only purpose I have, is to be love. And I came out of that meditation different than the way I went in. And I was like, really? It's that simple? It's that complicated, it's that difficult, it's that what? And so to remind me of that moment, I made some wristbands. Lisa Blackford, you still have yours on? Yeah. I made some white wristbands that say Be Love. And I did that for me. I just, went out and made some wristbands with the wristband company. And I was like, I need a reminder that this is who and what I came here to be, is to be love. And it just so happened that soon after I made those, we had a Centers for Spiritual Living convention in Denver, Colorado. And I had made several hundred of these white wristbands, and I took them with me. Just like, all right, I just want to share this with the world. I just want to give these away. And I took these wristbands with me. And at the time, I was involved pretty heavily with CSL teens. I had met several of them. And we had a lot of teens coming from Oakland, California. And I handed them these wristbands, and these teens went crazy on them. I was like, really? And they just said, this is it. This is the answer to everything. We just have to give these away and do this. And I just watched how they got whatever it was. And I was like, this is amazing. And there was magic that happened at that convention with these teenagers. Lots of stories. Even one that got to meet President Obama, because that was a dream of his. It was all about these wristbands, and they went out into the streets of Denver and they started asking, what is it? What did you come here to be? What does it mean? And they gave out these wristbands, and it was like, wow, okay, this stuff is big. This is big, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know the form of it. I have no idea. I just know it's big, because Spirit kept saying, this is big. And that's been a curse for me for 12 years. Because for 12 years, I've been like, okay, I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to start a company. I did. Be Love, Pass It On, made a website, made t-shirts, did all this stuff, started doing all this stuff. And I'm like, this is big. It's going to be something big. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's a new app. Whatever it is, it's big, right? And I started I spent a lot of money, by the way, investing in all that to build whatever it was that I didn't know what it was. That's supposed to be big, this thing called Be Love. And in those next years, I found myself going to these teenagers, now young adults, that I had done a lot with in Be Love, because I went to a CSL teen camp, sold all the t-shirts, did all this stuff, and I was connected to a lot of them. And they started telling me stories, and then what I started to do is, well, great, this is big. Why don't you take this up? I'll give you the money. Let's just do something with it, because this is, so I was looking to people outside of myself to do something with it. You with me? And it was like, come on, it must not be me. Let's go do this. Let's build some big company, because that's what I'm used to doing, and make this happen. Because I had this feeling, and I've had this feeling all along, that this is something big. I want to share a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. And Dr. King says that love is the greatest force in the universe. It's the heartbeat of this moral cosmos. One who loves is a participant in the being of God. Beautiful quote. I would say it's not a force. I would say it's a power. I take up this thing, this boundless love, as a power. I believe it is a power. And I love it that it's the heartbeat of, to me, a moral compass is what includes everything, what includes everyone. There's not anything left out. Like the compass encompasses it all. And one who participates in it is in the being of God. It's like, is the body of God, is the power of God, is the power of life expressing this universal presence. Not two things, it's actually being it in its greatest form, right? That's how I interpret this quote from Dr. King. So, throughout this entire journey, and this whole thing about it's something big, I cannot tell you all the moments where I thought, well, this must be it. And this idea came, and that idea came, and then it's like, oh, yes, I talked to several people. It's an app. Let's do this. Boom, like Pokemon and this. And it was just like, all these moments in my life. And then recently, very recently, a month or so ago, this was still rattling around in me 12 years later. And I was standing in our kitchen. And the same questions, and this is something big, and it's like outside of me, and it must be someone or something or something different than I didn't know what it was. But I can tell you that another mystical moment in my life is standing in my kitchen, and everything within me answered the question. It's me. That's what it is. It's me. Like this big thing, it's huge. It's not some organization. It's not some company. It's not an app. It's not a nonprofit. All the things. It is that which is within me. It's absolutely nothing outside of me. And I don't have to seek love. I don't have to work to receive more love. I don't have to give the love. It's like I'm talking about this boundless love, and it's me. And it was so profound. This is the challenge with mystical experiences. Does it even communicate to anyone else? If you've had a few of them, like, can you even talk about it? But it's not like it's me. I have to, this is the deal. I have to be me. That's the revelation after 12 years. And it's huge. When I allow myself and let myself, even in this talk, in this moment, I had to say, I'm doing this talk. I've not done this in 8 years. I'm doing this talk for me. Meaning, like, not so that someone else, it's to be me. That which is an individualized expression that's never going to come around again, that is so unique, that is so precious, that is so in alignment with life itself, unless we aren't. But, is so in alignment that to be, not do me, be me. And it's huge. When I be me, it changes everything. Translate, as you be you, as you be you, as you be you, as you be you, as you be the me that only in the entire universe it can be. There's only, as far as we know, there's certainly only one planet Earth in our particular solar system. There's not two. And because it's being itself, look at what all happens. And that's been like this, I don't have to do something. I have to be me. And as I be me, everything changes. Every person I encounter, I'm not attempting to please someone. I'm not trying to be something that I think someone wants me to be. I'm showing up as the presence, as me. And that's been the huge revelation for me. And it's huge. Ernest Holmes tells us that, first of all, you must have a firm conviction that God is love. It is this power, this boundless love. And an equally firm conviction that when you apply this principle of love to any human problem, the very words you speak in your meditation or treatment or prayer will operate as law in the condition that confronts you and will neutralize and overcome everything that opposes it. I've shared this mystical experience 2 or 3 times in this community. I wouldn't be a minister in this community had this not happened. And it's like, wow, this is my anchor to go back. So I'm tying what recently has happened with what happened back in 2013. And I was planning on, and actually had signed a lease to start a new ministry in the Mission District of San Francisco. It was the day I signed the lease, and I went over to sign that lease, and I had ridden their transit called BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, something I didn't travel much with, but I did that day. And on my journey home, I was having a conversation with my then partner about, yep, I signed the lease. They said yes to me. I couldn't believe it. I was on such a high. It was so great. I'm moving forward. I'm starting my ministry in San Francisco from scratch, yada, 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 happy, happy. And all of a sudden, everything within me said, stop. And so I did. I had just exited the BART, and I was in the BART station, and I just stopped where I was. And my partner was like, are you okay? I'm like, just give me a second. I just need to be right here. I didn't know why. I just listened to the stop. And it was sort of like, no, come on, come back to no, I need to be right here. And literally right to the left of me, an altercation and a major argument started between three women. I peripherally could see this. And my partner was hearing this argument, and it got heated. Two women going at a BART station employee, pretty fast, furious, and angrily, aggressively. And so she could hear the conversation. She was like, what are you doing? I'm like, can you just let me be? And she was like, don't be a hero, what are you doing? And I couldn't be fully that power, that presence in that moment. And right then, the phone disconnected. I figured she hung up on me. But it allowed me to be me. And I just stood there as the power and the presence of love. That was the only thing. I brought it into my treatment. I knew that there was something going on, and I'm like, there is this boundless love that is living and present through everything. And I just imagined like it just kept growing as me, and it just kept going and going. And these two women just were attacking her. I don't know what the deal was, and I was like, in the human mind of Karen, it was like, I know that security guard's going to come out anytime soon. And I just was being that love, that boundless love. One of the women dropped off, but the other one cornered, because again, peripherally I could sort of see what was happening, got that BART worker into her little ticket box, you know, a very small space, got her in there, she was cornered, and I mean, I thought she was going to kill her. Whatever this was about. And I just stood and was being me. Not out of alignment, didn't question it, didn't wonder what was going on, nothing running inside of me, just being that presence. And then I promise you, like out of nowhere, like that, these two women started laughing. They started laughing like they were best friends. And then I heard the BART worker say, that's the nicest thing I've ever heard in my life. They walked out of there like besties, said, thank you very much, whatever, and went on their way. Now, because the BART station woman was not doing what she typically did, letting like the handicap line in, or, you know, there was a whole line of people starting to go like, hey, am I getting taken care of? So I noticed that. And her back was turned to me. She was looking at the people in the lines backing up. And then all of a sudden, it was like she stopped. And it was like she was drawn to something, and she turned around, and there I was standing. And she said, can I help you? And I said, no. I just came here to be love. And she looked at me and she said, thank you. I've shared this story, like I said, 3 or 4 times here. But here's what I haven't shared. I got in my car. I called that partner. I wanted her to know that I was okay. Remember, I figured she hung up on me. I called her, and she said, hey, the line disconnected. Okay, the line never disconnected. There was good service when I was always in that place in Berkeley. But the line disconnected, and I said, oh, okay, well, I just want you to know I'm okay. And she wanted to have a conversation, and I didn't. And I said, I just need to go home. I need to get ready for a meeting, blah, blah, blah. I'll talk to you later. I don't know why I said that, but something in me intuitively was like, don't have a conversation. Because something big had just happened to me. Because I was standing there being love. And everything changed. Before I got home, I started crying. I didn't know why. I went into my house. I changed clothes into some comfortable clothes. I got in the middle of my living room. I got my black Jesus picture that's hanging in my office here. I put him right in front of me, and I went, something big is about to happen. I had no idea what. Next thing I knew, I was wailing. I've never wailed before. Anybody wail in their life? Like, wail. Yeah, like gut-wrenching wailing. Deepest sorrow I've ever experienced. And I didn't know why I was wailing. And so I asked the question within me, well, why am I wailing? And the answer was, your 11-year relationship, I was about to be married in less than a month, your 11-year relationship just ended. Well, that was news to me. I was like, wow. And I was wailing for a while, and then at the exact moment, while I was wailing, I started laughing in pure joy. Like, have you ever had like the most blissful, pure joy, happy thing ever going on? It was happening simultaneously at the same time. Pure joy, pure joy. I was like, wow, I was holding them both. Deepest sorrow, purest joy. And I was laughing like Buddha in repose. I have some of it audio taped. I had the wherewithal to hit my recording doing this on my cell phone because I was having an out-of-body experience, and I was laughing. And I was like, wow, what is this all about? And it's like, because this is the answer to it all. I just came here to be me. And I can't be out of alignment, which what is not going to, like, serve me. And I was out of alignment because I knew I was settling in that 11-year relationship and about to get married. And if I ever got married, I said I was never getting divorced. You see? And I knew I was not in alignment with that. It wasn't the completeness that I could have, the great I could have in my life. And so I let it go. 4 days later, I ended it. And ended everything about my life currently. The ministry that I was going to start, the house I was living in, the 2 kitty cats because they were split up, everything. Lots of money the partner had in the bank, everything. I ended it all. Didn't know what I was going to do next. But I allowed myself to make a move because I was not in alignment with me. This boundless love, whatever it is, this power, that can change everything. So these 2 things happened in the same moment. The power of love and how it can, absolutely nothing can stand against it. And then to be fully me and to be stepping into that power that wants to move as me, this impulsion that's pulling me. And so I let everything go. That was unlike that. And it was freaking scary. I've not shared that, but with a few handful of people, that's how my relationship ended. And then because I didn't know how in the world I was going to afford living in the Bay Area, y'all, some of y'all know the rest of that story. 2 weeks later, I called Peter. He helped me with my resume. She said, what? Don't do anything for 2 weeks and come here and be a minister. And because I stood in alignment with me, as scary as it was in that moment, I got everything else I could ever want and need to be me, including a community that's let me. Now, it hadn't been pretty all the time, but I've learned through this 12 years that it's not about me doing something. It's about me being me, to be that love. And when I'm not being that, everything gets messed up. Y'all been vomited on when I haven't been me. I've been in staff meetings where my energy is because I haven't been me. I haven't been allowing that presence. Ernest Holmes tells us that love is the only final security in the universe. This is where we can rest and trust. Love is the greatest healing power in the universe and the only thing that binds people together in a community of spirit. So love is the only final security. It actually is the only security. That's where I've learned. I have to have security in the universe, or everything gets wonky. How about y'all? I have to trust the universe, or everything gets wonky. How about y'all? I have to trust in the power of love. I'm not talking about romantic love at all. I'm talking about this boundless love that changes everything. I must trust in the power of this love. And as much as I can, which I fail miserably sometimes, and that's okay, is to be that love. Not do that love, but to be that love. Now, in this 12 years journey, and especially with getting in relationship with Petra, I've learned two things that's been really hard for me to learn. There are two areas that it can be most challenging for me to be that love, to be me. To use this healing power. Most of the time, I bind myself to me on the inside. It's not pretty. So it's hard for me to be that love towards me. That's so hard for me. How about you? To be that boundless love inside of me for me. It's so hard. And it's what I'm working on. That's an area where this is so hard. It's so much easier to be that for you. It's challenging for me to be that for me. But when I be that for me, it changes everything. Not only for me, but for everyone else. That's the first area. And believe it or not, and this is so hard to admit, the second area that it is so challenging for me to be this is with the ones I love the most and I'm closest to. I don't know why. Maybe because she won't leave me. She's going to still be patient with me, whatever. Maybe I'm so afraid to be that and to receive that and to just let it be in its grandeur. It's so scary. So I do things. I can be that for y'all much easier than I can be it for my spouse. How about you? Or our family members that we love so much, right? That's been a challenge for me, to be that love. And those two areas of my life, and that's what I'm taking up now. Like, I gotta do that. I gotta be that for me. This decision to be unbound was for me, so that I could be in alignment with who I am, because it's scary as all get out, but there's something calling me, and I don't know what it is. But as long as I'm allowing myself to be me, it changes everything. I don't know about y'all, but how many years have you been in a relationship, been in a job, been in a family, whatever it is, and have twisted yourself into a pretzel? And as you get really like, okay, I think this is, if I just get it like this, then everything's going to be all right. And then all of a sudden, it changes again. No, I don't want you to look like that or be like that. You're in that position. No, that's not it. So, okay, well, so let me come over here and do this. Can we just be ourselves? This incredible, boundless love that is the greatest power in the universe. We don't have to be anything else. We don't have to do anything else. Love is the only final security in the universe, and it's the greatest healing power. So, what I've understood is that as I allow myself to be me more, things have changed. And then this opportunity with Spirit Tours came along, and I was like, okay, this feels in alignment, going to do this. And so recently, 17 people from this community went to Egypt. right? Some are here in the room. And what I've understood as part of this being me is to invite people to go to places from a spiritual point of view so that we can engage with and to be that boundless love with people from all walks of life, of all cultures, of all places on the planet. They have all kinds of different passions and hopes and aspirations. And so Spirit Tours is part of my new ministry because I want to create containers so that we can practice being love in small groups. To be love for ourselves, to those closest to us, because it's challenging when you travel with a spouse or a dear friend or a family member sometimes, right? And in community, it's like, okay, to just be love, to be that healing power for ourselves, to be that for everyone around us, to do transformation within ourselves for our own spiritual journey while we're in community, because being with people when you travel can bring up all kinds of stuff, y'all, in case you didn't know, and to be in different parts of the world and listening to different perspectives and experiences. So I invite you to come along with me as soon as you can in that. I invite you to go to Machu Picchu in July with me so that we can explore this. Okay, not for me, for you and everyone that we're going to do it with, right? I'm going to end with this 12-year journey to be continued. There is a love in the universe by which its very presence dissolves all hate. There's a lot going on, folks. This thing called hate is doing its last gasp, its last attempt, I trust, to raise its ugly head, to not lay down for its nap like a 2-year-old who does not want to lay down for its nap. You ever been around a 2-year-old? Have you ever been one? That 2-year-old will give everything it's got because it knows it needs to go down for the nap, but it's the last thing it wants to do, right? No, because if I let this go, what's going to happen? And so hate, division, separation is on its last gasp. It's like clawing. It's just doing everything it can. And many times it's being fed, and it's being fed. But I'm telling you, I love what Marianne Williamson says. As loud as it is, boy, so does love need to be, right? And Ernest Holmes tells us that to understand that love overcomes both hate and fear. It is so fear-based. Hate is not as hate-based as you think. It's fear-based. To understand that love overcomes both hate and fear is one of the chief requisites of a scientific mental practitioner. Anyone practicing the science of mind. Love does not overcome hate and fear, he says, by argument or force. Never, never, never going to work. I did not get involved in that argument with those 3 people. I did not try to rescue them. I did not try to do something. I did not try to fix it. What did I be? Because that's not ever going to work. It doesn't overcome hate and fear by argument or force, but by some subtle power of transformation, transmutation, sublimation, invisible in its essence, but apparent through its act. Love that. That's what that mystical experience at the BART station told me. That is what I came to understand is the power of love, that it shall overcome all hate, all fear. Nothing can stand against it. And now, to be continued, I'm taking up this journey. Can I be that power for me and for those that I love the most in my life. And I invite you to join me in this to be continued journey. And so it is.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Would like to ask our greeters to come forward with our abundance baskets today. This is a great time to support our community. As Karen said, sometimes it's easier to be love for other people. So if you want to look at it that way this morning, be love for this community, be love for each other, and give generously to the great goals that we have here at CSL Dallas. We know that the law of circulation multiplies these gifts back to you and to each other. So let's now begin by affirming our abundance together. Today, I bless everything and expect abundant good to manifest. I live in a state of joyous anticipation. I expect this good for all people. I'm grateful for my abundance to share with CSL Dallas. I claim this abundance to be a gift to the world, and so it is. Thank you so much. And for those of you online, you can use the QR code, you can text give, or go to csldallas.org/give. Here on campus, you can do the same or drop your gifts in the baskets as they're coming around. All right, y'all, it's almost time. Next weekend, December 10th, it's Celebrate Reverend Karen. That's right around the corner. It's coming up this Saturday, December 10th. It's a launch, it's a celebration, it's a dance, it's an opportunity for gratitude as Reverend Karen, Minister Unbound, soars into the world, expanding our teachings with her exuberance, her love, and powerful presence. Get your tickets today in Pankey Hall or at csldallas.org/events. You'll go on the click on the calendar on December 10th, and you'll see where you can purchase your tickets. You're also invited, but not required, to bring potluck finger food appetizer or finger food desserts. We'll share those when we're together, and you can sign up for that in the same place. And be sure to also buy raffle tickets. We've got this raffle coming up. It's Karen's thank you gift. Your raffle will be either for an exquisite wildlife print or a huge discount on the sacred travel that she mentioned coming up Machu Picchu in July. So there are details at the table in Pankey Hall or on the website, csldallas.org/events. Again, December 10th, that's next Saturday. Also online, the link's in your chat. Don't wait. Get your tickets today, and let's send this woman out in style with our love and our blessings for Reverend Karen.
I want to party with her.
She just said she wants to party with y'all, so bring it next Saturday. Also about the Metro Crest Holiday Store. We want to make sure that every child gets a toy for Christmas. And if you'd like to participate in that effort, sign up today to be a CSL Dallas volunteer at the Metro Crest Services Holiday Store. This is a community service project here at CSL Dallas. They are one of our nonprofit partners, and we're helping get toys ready for families to pick up. 2 shifts are available on Saturday, December 17th. You can sign up at the table across in Pankey Hall, or again, go to csldallas.org/events and click on December 17th. We're looking to have sign-ups no later than December 10th, so we'll be able to organize everybody's efforts. And if you're online, you can also use that link in the chat. Let's get together, helping out Metro Crest Holiday Store, ensure a happy Christmas for kids in our area. And also the art of visioning. If you're looking for a fun, creative way to celebrate New Year's Eve, join our very own Ryan Brown as he hosts this special event on December 30th, so a little before New Year's Eve. It incorporates meditation, visioning, and creativity. He's limiting this to 20 people so he can have enough space to be hands-on and creative together. This is a great exercise to set an intention for your new year, and it'll prep you up to bring that energy to the Burning Bowl day on New Year's Day. You can sign up again, csldallas.org/events. That's on December 30th. You know, our spiritual coaches and practitioners are available here on campus. Right across the breezeway, we have the Peace Room. If you'd like to visit with a practitioner today, please do that. online. We'll set up in the chat box so that you can get a Zoom appointment, and you'll have a private meeting with one of our practitioners in that way as well. You don't have to go it alone at CSL Dallas. You can create your next great work, heal your body, or any other circumstance. Our spiritual coaches are here to help you today. Now, please, afterwards, join us across the breezeway. If you're on campus here, we're going to have coffee and snacks across the breezeway. But in the meantime, let's close this celebration out in song.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's a new one, but you know it. Here we go. Blessed